Once upon a time, as the sun dipped low and painted the sky in gentle shades of rose and lavender, our young hero, Harry Potter, found himself far from the comforting halls of Hogwarts. It was summer, and the days stretched long and often lonely, spent with his relatives, the Dursleys, who held little understanding for the magical world Harry called home. One particularly warm evening, as dusk was beginning to settle, a peculiar chill crept into the air, far colder than any summer breeze. Two shadowy figures, known as Dementors, creatures that drew away all happiness and warmth, appeared as if from nowhere. They sought to steal the joy from Harry and his cousin, Dudley, who was quite shaken by their presence. Harry, ever brave, managed to conjure a silvery Patronus charm, a shield of pure happiness to gently push the chilling figures away. Yet using magic outside of school was forbidden for young wizards, and a stern letter soon arrived, threatening his expulsion. Filled with worry and a sense of injustice, Harry was swiftly taken from his relative's house by a group of friendly wizards and witches, among them his godfather, Sirius Black, and the ever-kind Remus Lupin. They travelled to a secret place, a tall, narrow house nestled in London, known as Number 12, Grimold Place. This grand old house was the hidden headquarters of the Order of the Phoenix, a secret society dedicated to quietly defending the wizarding world against a returning dark force. Here, Harry was reunited with his dearest friends, Ron Weasley and Hermione Granger, and felt a quiet comfort in their presence. Soon, a formal hearing was held at the Ministry of Magic to address Harry's use of magic. The atmosphere was rather daunting, but to Harry's relief, the wise and venerable headmaster of Hogwarts, Albus Dumbledore, appeared to speak on Harry's behalf. With Dumbledore's calm and persuasive words, Harry was cleared of all charges, and a quiet sense of justice prevailed. It was a gentle reminder that even in challenging times, there are always those who stand up for what is right. As the golden days of summer faded into the crisp autumn air, it was time to return to Hogwarts. The journey on the Hogwarts Express was filled with friendly chatter, though a new sense of unease lingered. This year, a new defense against the dark arts teacher had been appointed by the ministry, Dolores Umbridge. She was a woman of precise demeanor, often dressed in varying shades of pink, who introduced a series of strict rules and decrees, slowly tightening her control over the school. Her lessons, it soon became clear, were not designed to teach practical defense, but rather to dismiss the very idea that the Dark Lord, Voldemort, had returned. This created a quiet tension among the students, especially Harry, who knew the truth. Harry began to experience unsettling visions, like fragmented dreams. He saw a long, echoing corridor within the Ministry of Magic, and a mysterious, locked door. These visions, though fleeting, hinted at a deeper connection to the Dark Lord, a link that Dumbledore, for reasons unknown to Harry, seemed to keep at a gentle distance. Harry felt a quiet frustration, sensing that important truths were being withheld from him. With Umbridge's restrictive teaching methods and the Ministry's insistence that Voldemort's return was merely a figment of imagination, Hermione, with her bright mind, proposed a secret plan. She suggested that Harry, being the only one who had truly faced Voldemort, should teach practical defense to his fellow students. And so, in a hidden room within Hogwarts, a magical space that appeared only when truly needed, Dumbledore's army was quietly formed. Here, students gathered in secret, practicing spells and defensive maneuvers under Harry's patient guidance. It was a place of quiet courage and growing camaraderie, where even Cho Chang, a gentle girl Harry admired, joined their ranks, and a soft moment of first affection blossomed between them. Dumbledore, realizing the danger of Harry's growing connection to Voldemort, arranged for gentle, albeit strict, occlumency lessons with Professor Snape. These lessons were meant to teach Harry how to quiet his mind and shield his thoughts from the Dark Lord. However, Harry's mind, often swirling with strong emotions, found it difficult to achieve the serene calm required, and the lessons were often fraught with quiet tension, eventually ceasing. As Christmas approached, a particularly vivid and distressing vision stirred Harry from his sleep. He saw Arthur Weasley, Ron's kind father, gravely injured in the Ministry of Magic. Alarmed, Harry quickly alerted Dumbledore, and it was revealed that Mr. Weasley had been attacked by a great serpent. This incident confirmed Harry's worrying connection to Voldemort's thoughts and emotions. During a quiet visit to St. Mungo's Hospital, Dumbledore gently explained that Voldemort sought to exploit this connection, hoping to manipulate Harry. He warned Harry to keep his mind guarded and his heart pure. The secret activities of Dumbledore's army, however, could not remain hidden forever. One day, a friend of Cho Chang, Marietta Edgecombe, feeling overwhelmed, revealed their secret gatherings to Umbridge. In a noble act of protection, Dumbledore took the blame for forming the student group, allowing Harry and his friends to escape severe punishment. With a gentle flourish of magic, Dumbledore quietly slipped away from the castle, leaving Umbridge to assume the role of headmistress. Her reign was marked by even stricter rules, making the school a far less joyful place. Yet even in this somber atmosphere, the mischievous Weasley twins, Fred and George, orchestrated a grand, beautiful display of magical fireworks before making a spectacular, defiant exit from Hogwarts, leaving behind a quiet echo of rebellion. One day, Harry experienced another profoundly disturbing vision. He saw his godfather, Sirius, being held captive and quietly tormented in the Department of Mysteries at the Ministry of Magic. Convinced that Sirius was in grave danger, Harry desperately tried to reach him using Umbridge's office fireplace, but he was caught. Hermione, with her quick thinking, devised a clever distraction. She led Umbridge into the Forbidden Forest, where the towering giants, Grawp, Hagrid's half-brother, and the centaurs created a flurry of confusion, allowing Harry and his friends to slip away. With urgent hearts, Harry, Ron, Hermione, Ginny, Luna, and Neville, guided by the gentle, winged thestrals only visible to those who had seen death, journeyed swiftly to the Ministry of Magic. They quietly made their way to the Department of Mysteries, a vast and enigmatic chamber filled with wondrous, yet often dangerous, magical artifacts. There, Harry found not Sirius, but a shimmering glass orb, a prophecy concerning himself and Voldemort. Suddenly, the silence was broken by the arrival of Lucius Malfoy and other Death Eaters, Voldemort's loyal followers. They had been waiting, having manipulated Harry with the false vision. A quiet, swift battle ensued. Spells of various soft colors arced through the air, illuminating the vast chamber. The young students fought bravely, their youthful courage shining against the dark forces. Just as they seemed overwhelmed, a gentle surge of light announced the arrival of the Order of the Phoenix, led by the kind Sirius Black. The battle then intensified, a flurry of movements and soft, gleaming lights. Amidst the swirling chaos, a terrible moment unfolded. Sirius, in a valiant effort to protect Harry, found himself caught in a silent duel with his cruel cousin, Bellatrix Lestrange. With a sudden, gentle push from Bellatrix's wand, Sirius fell backward through a mysterious, shimmering archway. He slipped away quietly, beyond the veil, leaving Harry with a heart aching with sudden, profound sorrow. Devastated by the loss, Harry pursued Bellatrix with a fierce, quiet determination. As he faced her, Voldemort himself appeared, his presence a chilling shadow that filled the vast chamber. A quiet duel began between Harry and the Dark Lord, but Harry, driven by grief, could not match Voldemort's ancient power. Just as hope seemed to wane, Albus Dumbledore arrived, his powerful magic swirling around him like a gentle, protective storm. Dumbledore and Voldemort engaged in a breathtaking duel, a silent dance of ancient magic, powerful and mesmerizing, yet contained, never truly exploding into chaos. The very fabric of the chamber seemed to pulse with their power. In a desperate final attempt, Voldemort tried to possess Harry, filling his mind with darkness and anger. But Harry, remembering the love and warmth of his friends and the gentle memories of Sirius, found the strength within him to push the darkness away. His heart, full of sorrow and love, rejected Voldemort's hateful presence, causing the Dark Lord to recoil in pain. At that very moment, the Minister of Magic, Cornelius Fudge, and his aurors arrived, finally witnessing Voldemort with their own eyes. The truth, long denied, was finally revealed. Voldemort, realizing he had been seen, silently vanished, leaving behind an undeniable truth. The following days saw a quiet shift. Fudge, finally understanding the gravity of the situation, acknowledged Voldemort's return, and Dumbledore was quietly reinstated as headmaster. Harry, still carrying the heavy weight of loss, had a final quiet conversation with Dumbledore. The wise headmaster, with gentle words, explained the profound power of love, the very magic that had protected Harry his entire life, and the complex nature of the prophecy that bound him to Voldemort. He spoke of the pain of loss and how it is intertwined with love, a truth that Harry slowly began to comprehend. As the school year drew to a peaceful close, Harry found comfort in the unwavering support of his friends. Together, they walked through the serene castle grounds, Harry now able to see the gentle Thestrals more clearly, carrying him forward into a future where challenges still lay ahead, but where love and friendship would always light the way. And so as the stars began to twinkle in the velvet sky, a quiet sense of resolution settled over the wizarding world, promising that even after the darkest storms, a gentle dawn would always follow.